Hey guys, my name's Steph, I'm Botanist Cool, and today we're doing some more Star Wars Pocket Model trading card game stuff, and I love this. It's so much fun to build these little ships and to do these little minis. Like, I am seriously concerned that I'm going to be getting into miniatures very soon and buying more expensive stuff, and I really don't want to, but I am I am really enjoying it nonetheless. Either way, guys, if you haven't noticed already, this was actually pre-filmed on my stream I did on April 9th. I was doing a subathon stream. It was a 31-hour subathon stream full of Splatoon, Katamari Damacy, Dark Souls, Monster Hunter, Star Wars tabletop RPG building. We talked a lot about the maps I used to draw back in the day. It was a great time, and I hope you guys had fun if you were there. And if you weren't there, hey, make sure to visit me on twitch.tv/Botanist Cool. There's a lot of cool stuff we do there, and I hope you come on by and say hello. But yeah, it was just a blast. I decided to start this build specifically because when I had opened up one of my packs I had bought a little while ago, I got an Anakin and Obi-Wan Starfighter card, and I'm like, let's see if we can recreate some Clone Wars battles, specifically the Battle of Coruscant, which I'm like, all right, let's go through all my cards, see what I got. And I had the Vulture droids, I had the capital ships for the CIS, I had the capital ships for the Republic, and I had Anakin, I had Obi-Wan, and I had some of the Arc 170s, I believe they're called, ready to build, but I only had one of those ready to build. I had a whole bunch that were already pre-built that I had built in the past, so I just kind of, started making stuff. I made like 16 ships if I remember correctly, and it was so much fun. We had a absolute blast talking about Star Wars. I think one of the things I really wanted to talk about when I was there, and I ended up speaking quite a bit about, was Anakin's specific mentality during this fight and how it differed so much from the Jedi and the war that they were in, right? So when Anakin and Obi-Wan were going through this basically maze of Vulture droids and those little droid fighters and all that stuff, there was a scene where the clones were being tailed by some droid ships. And the clone was saying, help, I need help, someone get this thing off me. And Anakin goes, I'm gonna go help them out. And Obi-Wan goes, no, they're doing their job, let's do ours. And I think that really, after rewatching that scene a few times, that really kind of opened my eyes in terms of why Anakin really didn't mesh well with the Jedi Order, especially during this time. Anakin had a sense of human morality, not just structural morality given to him by the Jedi Order. Basically, he didn't just solely believe in the morals taught by the Jedi. He had his own want to help and make sure people stayed alive, even if they were just clones. And this is actually a subject talked about in the Clone Wars and Rebels and some other content in video games and books. The clones were very disposable to the Jedi, and they in a way were second-class citizens, which is a very hard thing to think about when we think about these good individuals keeping people against their will with chips in their head. But Anakin was one of the Jedi who actually had a lot of empathy for these clones, and same with Ahsoka, and sometimes to some degree Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though Obi-Wan did keep quite a distance between him and his clone commanders like Commander Cody and all that stuff. So I just thought that scene was really interesting because Anakin was ready to go help out a clone, which is something that not a lot of Jedi would have done at that time. And it was just a lot of fun to really see that dynamic for just a split second. And then later on, Anakin goes on to saving Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan's like, no, leave me, I'm going to die because there's all these buzz droids destroying my starfighter. And Anakin's like, no, let's fix this. I feel like the good of Anakin is really exemplified in this moment, and I really appreciated that. I really did. And I think they did a good job characterizing him at that moment. But the Battle of Coruscant was just a really great and fun battle to watch on the big screen. And I mean, the whole movie was pretty great in its own way. The battle on Mustafar later on was fantastic, but I just liked it. And not only that, it shows a lot of really cool ships, and it shows basically the beginnings of the Empire. And I believe actually in like the novelizations, they were talking about how brand new ships are coming out, like Victory class Star Destroyers were starting to come out to help out the Republic, and the clones were like, who are these people? We don't know these people. But there's just so many more new ships, and this is all part of Palpatine's plan, of course. But there's a lot of stuff in the background that kind of happened and introduced the starts of the Empire into the Star Wars canon, and I thought it was small little clever details that I really appreciated seeing. And of course I did not have anything like a Luke or Hulk to build, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, you make do with what you do. Maybe one day I'll get another pack and find a Luke or Hulk in there. A really cool ship, I quite like them. Anyways, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna show you guys all the ships in big unison. Like, if you actually have these ships in the game side by side and try to make a battle out of them, the Republic does have a little bit of an advantage in terms of the strength of each individual ship, but the advantage will go to the CIS because they can move more of their ships at a single time and possibly overwhelm those from the Republic. It's a bit of a they both have their advantages and disadvantages, but I would say to make it a fair fight, you probably in the game at least, you'll probably give a few more to the CIS there. Maybe add in those little circular tri-fighter droids, whatever they're called, and make it more realistic to the Battle of Coruscant. God, if I had a Luke or Hulk, I would put a Luke or Hulk in there. I bet they are so much fun to build. I'm gonna have to buy more of these packs, aren't I? Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this build. It took me quite a while on stream. You can probably see the counter up there on the right hand corner. It took me quite a while on the stream to build all of them, but it was so much fun, and hopefully I'll be able to build more again. I did build the Republic medical frigate, which will be its own separate video since I didn't see any in the Battle of Coruscant, but I assume they're somewhere in there for sure, but they were never in the battle itself. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the build and enjoy the rest of these solo vanity pieces as you watch all of these pieces get showed off one by one. Y'all stay safe and stay Botanist Cool. I'll see you soon.